Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I thought I'd dedicate time talking about how I came about learning languages. I'll just get right into it. I started learning languages in high school when it was mandatory a part of our curriculum that we learned Spanish. Now our Spanish teacher at the time was completely insane and didn't really teach us anything, like showed us a bunch of random videos, you know, talked about random things, nothing to do with Spanish, but somehow I was able to pass that class, which I'm equating to my ability to put together words that sound like English words and, just pass that way. Um, but I did fairly well in the class. I definitely didn't fail or anything. But it was just really sad at the fact that we weren't really taught it. Um, for my second language, it was actually Mandarin Chinese. I actually started getting into that by watching C dramas. Like one day I was really down or whatever, just scrolling on my phone, and I saw like a little short showing, C dramas and stuff. I got really interested and watched one and then two, and then it just kind of like went on after that. And then I started watching like full, episodes and stuff like that and full TV shows. And then I was like, why don't I just learn Mandarin since, watching C dramas, it makes sense to just understand them further than just being able to read English subtitles. So I did that, and I actually later approached my sister, and I was like, "Hey, do you want to learn languages with me?" And at the time, she was like, "Nah, it's kind of lame." But later, she had approached me, and she's like, "Yeah, let's do it." Um, so yeah, we spent hours like watching movies and stuff, and also like at the same time, taking notes on our languages, using Duolingo, studying together, sharing ideas and thoughts and stuff like that. I think I was spending up to like 16 hours a day studying Mandarin Chinese because that was like all I was dedicating my time to. I was already graduated. I was out of a job at the time because of, something medical going on, which I won't go into. But yeah, so I dedicated a lot of time to Mandarin Chinese, and I actually ended up being HSK4 or like B2. So I was able to like read a lot, um, listen and understand a lot, write some characters. Obviously, I didn't like speak fluently because I wasn't having contact with native speakers of Mandarin, but I could speak it to myself and I'd speak it to my siblings and stuff like that. And they get kind of annoyed because they couldn't understand what I was saying, but I thought it was pretty cool. So, yeah. Then after that, for some reason, I really wanted to teach English people. Like, I think I remember sitting on the couch and I was like, what if I was an English teacher and started teaching people about language, because I love trying to get other people into studying languages, but my siblings would be like, nah, and I'm like, yeah, you're not cool, stuff like that. Like I was trying to get everybody into, and I was like, you know what? Let me take this further and just be an ESL teacher, which is just teaching English as a second language to people that don't speak it. And so I started doing a lot of research on that, and I wound up wanting to go to this specific university to major in intercultural studies and minor in linguistics. And that's really where my career in language learning began. Um, so yeah, I was doing that. I was taking Intro to Cultural Anthropology, Intro to Linguistics. Love those classes. Ace them, of course. Um, really just dedicate a lot of time to that. And then, I just really lost passion for learning languages because, outside sources, people saying, you're never going to be fluent, you're never going to speak to native speakers, making fun of me because I was like learning languages and stuff like that. And really, it's just like a compilation of that, and as well as hearing people say, I'm going to college for stupid reasons because, um, I'm not going to make as much money as I would if I was a nurse or something like that. I should just go into nursing. Just hearing that stuff all the time really took a toll on me, and I was just like, yeah, maybe they're right. I should go for something for the money because I'm not going to make anything anyways. Like there's no point in pursuing something. And so I started pursuing majors that I thought would give me more money. So I started with, nursing, and I just could not fake it. Could not fake it with nursing. I was a CNA, and I did pass the CNA test with flying colors, and I was licensed and stuff like that. I just was not enjoying it. So after I moved out of my parents' house, I went to a different college for sociology because I wanted to be not a sociologist, a social worker at the time because I just really loved helping people and motivating people and stuff like that. But again, didn't have the same passion for that I had with teaching English. And so I switched to criminology because I was such a crime nerd. Like I loved watching ID channel and stuff like that. But again, like didn't have that same passion. So like going to class and listening to theories all day, it was just not interesting at all. And I was just like forcing myself to do it. And so I was at a point where I was like so unhappy with everything I was doing. And so I confided in my sister, and she was like, stop, breathe, basically. Stop trying to do things because other people say things. Do things that you're passionate about, stuff like that. And really motivating me to come out of, um, that deep depression I was in because I was chasing things and I wasn't passionate about it. So here I am now. You know, I'm going to university, in a different university, actually, not the one I attended when I moved out. And I'm going for a major in adolescent education and linguistics minor. Adolescent education to get that classroom experience, get those, pointers and stuff from teachers that have been in the business for, a long time and stuff like that. Just ideas and stuff, so how I can teach somebody better and stuff like that. Linguistics, again, for, what makes a language, how is it spoken, the different components that makes a language, stuff like that. And also, I am learning Turkish. I have plans, hopefully, that I follow through with in 2025 to travel to Turkey. No specific reason other than I saw pictures and I thought it was pretty, and I also watched Turkish dramas and I like the way the language sounds and stuff like that. It sounds pretty corny, but to me it's like enough to get me, motivated and stuff like that. And I've talked to a lot of native Turkish speakers. Um, I've learned other languages in between. Actually, I seriously studied Indonesian during my first, I want to say second or third semester at the first university. And actually, that's where I met my friend from Indonesia, and she is also fluent in several other languages other than English and Indonesian, along with her village languages and stuff like that. And she also motivates me because she loves linguistics and just has really good ideas for learning languages and different perspectives to take as somebody that speaks other languages and has learned other languages and stuff like that. So when I was studying Indonesian, even though I lost that passion during that time when I was attending that college, she still like motivated me and stuff like that. So that was another reason why I decided to pursue something I was always and originally motivated about. Um, as for Mandarin Chinese, the second language I studied, I could still read and understand to an extent and write some characters, but due to the loss of passion, I did lose a lot of my fluency. Like, it's unfortunate, but it's true. Like, I can't remember a lot of the words when I go to say sentences that I used to be able to say before. Some of the characters I've forgotten how to read. And it was because I was like erasing that from my mind. Like I was just not thinking about it like I used to and stuff like that. So, like I said, due to the loss of passion, I lost a lot of that fluency. So I do plan on also as like a side language, dabbling in that a little bit as well. Just because I'm really close to that language, because it was one of the languages that really, really got me into the passion of what I wanted to do in life. And I just hope this motivates people with whatever passion they have. It doesn't necessarily have to be language learning. Because it matters to you, it's important. Like, outside of what everybody else says and thinks, like, that doesn't matter. I think it matters because it matters to you. And it doesn't have to be language learning, like I said. Whatever it is that makes you happy, it matters because it makes you happy. Like, you're also a person, and people that decide to shut you out and the things you care about out, like, that doesn't matter. Like, to me, it makes me happy to see other people happy. So as long as you're pursuing something that makes you happy, that's all that matters. And like I said, my journey came with a lot of passion, a loss of passion, and then trying to build back that passion. I hope other people don't have to go through this. I hope they can keep their passion for long periods of time. But it just really is a learning experience. So I really hope that other people can learn from my journey, even though, like, I know that it may be something different that you're interested in. You can still learn something from this. At least I hope. And I hope it motivates you to continue doing things that you're passionate about. I wasn't as detailed as I wanted to be, because there are things I won't get into because it's like my personal situations and stuff like that in regards to language learning and stuff. But at the same time, I do think I gave enough to, help you guys stay motivated for whatever you're doing. I hope you stick around and subscribe to my channel for future videos and stay passionate about things that you love. Have a nice day.